to hear the crowd go. Boom, shake, shake, shake the room. Boom, shake, shake, shake the room. Boom, shake, shake, shake the room. Tick, 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 boom.
All right. What's going on, folks? Man, want to welcome you to another edition of Spotify's newest sensation podcast that has come out in 2022. It can only be the one and only Retro Brothers podcast. Oh, let's get a round of applause for that. Yeah, so on this episode, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking about a certain Fresh Prince from Philadelphia. It's a playground where he spent most of his days. I'm not going to bust a rap on you folks, so don't worry. It may happen in the episodes of this, but yeah, we're going to talk about, Will Smith's, early beginnings, in the Philadelphia, on the scenes, with the DJ Jazzy Jeff, then, getting the major hit sitcom in the early 90s that ran all the way to 1996, the iconic classic sitcom Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And then him transitioning to these big movie blockbuster roles such as like Bad Boys, Men in Black, and Independence Day. And we go all the way to where me and GQ Jamal, my partner in crime, talk about the recent, controversy that happened on the Oscar night. So definitely, if you are a fan of Will Smith, and just like, entertainment, in general, if you want to just hear like our thoughts just on the Oscars, you definitely want to check this episode out, So, and yeah, me and GQ, we both have our social medias, we're on YouTube, we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook. All the links will be down below. Best way to get in touch with us, for your opinions or any kind of requests, So with that being said, let's get episode 10 of the Retro Brothers up, and away. Yes. What is going on? What's going on? And most importantly, what's going on? I want to welcome you all, men and girls, children of all ages,
yes,
to
sir.
Another edition of the Retro Brothers podcast.
Everyone of all ages, I am not responsible for what your child said after listening to the Retro Brothers.
That's it, man. Yes. We can't be held responsible. You gotta tuck them in at night, man. We just fit our face, but you gotta be responsible for them at the end of the day. And speaking of responsibility, this episode's gonna talk a lot about responsibilities. Responses to that. But yes, want to thank everyone who has been listening to the previous episodes, like me, Mayman 50 Grand, GQ Jamal, we've been really enjoying recording these, episodes, So yeah, man, just shout out to, and GQ, man, how does it feel to be on the 10th episode?
Bro, digits, bro, double digits. So good.
Yeah,
we decided at the end of the year of 2021, that we just want to do a podcast. Now, after 10 episodes, we're on episode 10, after 9 episodes, at the not single digits, double digits.
Yes.
It feels great. I just want to say thank you to everyone who tuned in, listen to our podcast. We really appreciate it a lot.
Yeah. Spotify, live. I just find it so cool. Anytime, for someone who listens to Spotify and just see the logo, the Retro Brothers, it's really, it's dope. It is dope, man. It's all of that, So yeah.
There's nothing new. We've been doing these collaborations.
Exactly. We were doing our. It's funny, how we crossed paths, because we were already, doing our reviews on like the culture, the music, the movies. You know, it just so happens we met and it was like, okay, we gotta get this podcast, you know, right?
Right.
Exactly. You know, so yeah, man. I mean, the biggest like topic, the biggest thing that's going on, and what's funny, we were even going to discuss this actor even before, you know, GQ. All this commotion happened,
Right.
you know, with the Fresh Prince, Bel-Air, I mean, so yes, folks, if you don't know by now, on this episode, we're going to be talking like, Will Smith's like career, up until 2022.
Oh, what?
Yeah, we're gonna really like dive into his music. The classic. If you don't know, DQ's been doing like a rundown season by season of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Definitely check that out on YouTube. Links will be below. So Fresh Prince series, Will Smith's like blockbuster movies, from Independence Day, Men in Black, and yeah, we even talk about his impact, in music and films. It's definitely an episode, you do not want to miss, Out of doubt. Yeah, man. So, man, as I always say, for everyone's, like starting off, with like Will Smith, GQ, man, like what was the first introduction to the Fresh Prince, for you?
My first introduction to Will Smith?
Yeah.
Man, it would have to be the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Right. Same.
Yeah. Just seeing that as a kid, see it on reruns, TBS will play it, TG, yeah.
Stevie.
WGN will play
Right.
Fresh Prince there. First thing I noticed about the show is it's a theme song.
Yeah.
The theme song lets you know, the theme song sets the tone.
Damn.
Will Smith was just this fresh, he was just this icon. He just represented the 90s from the back lingo. And I remember listening to Parents Just Don't Understand.
Yeah.
Summertime.
Ooh, classic.
Even Just Getting Jiggy with It. One of his songs.
Yeah. Such a cat. Big Willie style, man. Miami
is another one.
Yeah.
Or not, just the two of us.
Oh, just the two of us. Just the two. Yeah. You see what
he just took off after the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah.
Oosh.
I'm telling you, man. Exactly. It's really incredible how he skyrocketed, from being like a TV star,
right,
to these like #1 singles, and I think he's one of the few ones who was good in movies, TV, and music.
Mm-hmm.
Within it, you say like at one point, I think he had, if it was the best movie and the best like album, like maybe if it was around the same time. So he was,
right.
he was truly thinking. And then same as UGQ, it was Fresh Prince, man. Like when they watching the first episode, when he comes in to the Bel-Air Mansion and he knocks the door. Yeah, that's the door. He spins his head like, whoa. Oh man, but I mean, Will Smith, man, it's like, again, he came at the time at the height of the rap, the rap game, what I mean, like that. Yeah, that time in the 80s, late 80s, early 90s, that's when rap like dominated, music, and it's like you had these shows such like Martin and Fresh Prince that incorporated, the music.
Right. He was the first rapper to win a Grammy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And one of the two like best hip hop artists slash turned actors.
Yeah.
Of him and Tupac.
Yeah, I would say. Yeah. You know, they actually, when they actually transition to acting, it's like
Right.
it's so believable. You know what I mean? And you know, we said that like even before, if Tupac, you know, had, you know, with us today, he would be in that, you know, with Denzel Washington's, you know, the Samuel Jacksons and the Will Smiths.
Right.
You know what I mean? So definitely, man. So, as you said, he had those ones like parents just don't understand. You know, one of my favorites is Girls Ain't Nothing But Trouble, you know, which is
That episode.
yeah. You know, I'll tell man, you know, hearing that, man, like I didn't know, because I saw it the first time in The Fresh Prince, that I didn't know he had the single before. Like, you know, I was like, okay, you know, The Fresh Prince and, you know, the Jazzy Jeff. You know what I mean? Yeah. And what did you think? What do you think of that? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
My bad. Yeah, that's what I love about the first season of The Fresh Prince. They played Will Smith songs from his early days. Like you hear parents just don't understand reference. You hear girls ain't nothing but trouble.
Yeah. Telling you, man, that was I love when Uncle Phil, he said that, you know, to me, Will, sometimes parents just don't understand. And Will looks at the camera, man.
Like,
okay.
And he also made Prince because I think same year Will Smith won a Grammy.
Right. Yes, they made, I remember when Uncle Phil says, you know, he's gonna, please, you know, he could be just some rapper who just won a Grammy. Yeah. I love that, the way they broke the fourth wall, you know, what was happening, you know, so it was cool, man. Like, it's always a blast to go back and watch Fresh Prince because it just stands, you know, to this day. You can still watch, you know, series, you know what I mean? So, man, you know, so like, you know, he was there, you know, making his music with the other notable stars, you know, and then like, you know, as you know, GQ's, you know, been doing these reviews and that, you know, Fresh Prince that came 1990 and lasted, you know, for the 6 seasons, you know what I mean? What do you think that the Fresh Prince did for Will Smith, the show?
It brought him to another, like, audience.
Right.
Because at the time, he was just a rapper.
Yeah.
He was just a rapper. Now, doing the Fresh Prince that was owned by NBC.
Yes.
That show, he brought him to like another, like another audience.
Yeah. Exactly. You know, because you know, like how big NBC, you know, was, man. Like I remember there was a story like Bill Cosby from the, you know, Cosby Show, and that he tried to even buy NBC, you know, at one point, you know. So it just shows how big and powerful that channel, you know, station was, you know. You know what I mean? So like, you know, one thing, you know, with Fresh Prince is like, it was, again, it's very different from the other sitcoms that were before and even after, you know what I mean? Because I feel Will was just so charismatic, and what's so good about the show, I'm sure you mentioned this in your reviews, is Will, like, he changes through the,
so kind of becoming of age story.
Yes.
Like each show, like some shows had that, like Boy Meets the World.
Right.
Boy Meets the World. Example. Fresh Prince falls into that category.
Yeah.
Like each character evolves.
Yeah. You know what I mean? They're not the same as you see them in the first season. You know, it's a complete, you know, they really like evolution, you know, to the end, you know what I mean? And with that being said, what did you think of Will in the earlier episodes? You know, like how Will was like, yeah, how his antics were. You know, Uncle Phil used to be so pissed. You know, with Will.
Will was so immature, like so he did not care.
Yeah,
he was beating on the glass, making like beats from the way he dressed. He did not care.
Yeah,
how he presented himself, but Uncle Phil kind of like underestimated Will, kind of like judged Will because you still playing the piano. He really never got his side of the story.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They were just so quick to be like, if there's any problem in the LR mansion, oh, Will did it.
Yeah,
you know, just plain Will. You know, so it was insane. But like, what do you think is like, you know, Will, the Fresh Prince is really Will's show, but like the characters around him, you know, what did you think of that ensemble of, you know, Colin, Jeffrey, Uncle Phil, Hillary? You know, do you think
episodes where, Carlton's not really like a main character. Well, a big character. Well, yeah. But there would be times Carlton would steal the show.
Yeah.
Or Jeffrey steal the show, or Uncle Phil.
Yeah.
Or if was still the show. So I just love the fact that the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, they had a great like chemistry. The chemistry.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, chemistry works in the show or movie. Yeah. It does not work well.
Yeah. You can tell where this is where I feel Family Matters is like, you know, significantly weaker than Fresh Prince, because it's really the Steve Urkel show, you know, and there's these other characters like, you know, you could see in Family Matters later, the mom became irrelevant, you know, the other Eddie was there, you know, but even like I remember the other kid even disappeared. Right. You know, the Rachel's mom, you know, but it's like they really shoved down Jaleel White, you know, but Fresh Prince felt all of the characters had meaning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even going on further to when Ashley grows up and they give her episodes when she's singing like, just make up my mind, you know? That's it. It's a later season, folks, man. You gotta see it, you know?
This scene, I mean, 6th season was like, but
yeah.
Through its run.
Yeah, you know, to be honest, bro, I even said this on, I really want to do another review of Fresh Prince, especially with the new series, you know, the Bel-Air. You know, I would love to review, you know, the Fresh Prince series as well. But what I did feel like, I felt it would have been perfect to end at season 5. You know, I thought he was gonna get married, Will and Nia Long. Right. You know, but like she doesn't marry him, and then it goes on to the, you know, the 6th season. So yeah, you know, well, I guess they wanted Will. So and speaking of that, you know, you had Nia Long who appeared in this, Vivica A. Fox, Queen, you know, Latifah, you know, yeah, she appeared twice, 2 different characters. You know what I mean? What did you think of the guest stars, man? Because so many.
There's so many fire guest stars. Like you had Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, you had Holyfield, you had
Heavy D, Kareem Hardison, man.
Yeah,
I'll be sure. Yeah.
Quincy Jones,
yeah.
The producer of the show. When have you ever seen Quincy Jones on a sitcom?
Yeah. You know, that was nuts, man. That episode is that's still my favorite episode, like in the whole Fresh Prince, the Halloween. When they all appear in like that's man, that's a golden episode for me, man. Oprah. Ooh. Yeah.
Like, people don't know Oprah was huge at the time.
Yeah, she was like another level of these talk show hosts. You know what I mean? It's a super big deal.
J.
Exactly. Jay Leno episode.
Bavor, is it Bavor or Bavor?
Bill, what Bill Deal. Oh my God. Oh man, but man, the guest stars were so iconic. Like each episode, when like D.L. Hewley, I remember when like Will.
God, Neil Long was in season 2.
Yes, she was the character when Queen Latifah, was the second. Yeah. She comes back, So some of the guest stars, they came in as one character and they reappeared, later on the series, which is just cool,
Stacey Dash.
Stacey Dash, the Clueless, the one when they boxing.
I forgot the other actress name. She was in Boomerang, but Robin Gibbons. Oh, that episode. That was season 5. Yeah.
Robin
Gibbons.
That episode, man. Will, man. I was picturing myself as Will if I was in that position, like when she locked the door. Oh, he was like, man, I ain't got no problem doing the West Nights out of this window.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would have done there, bro, man. That was bad. You see Robin Gibbons in that? Damn.
Fresh Prince had the best special guest, probably.
Yeah, period, man. Like, I'm telling you, like, Maureen's definitely the closest, of the guest stars, but but like the Fresh Prince ones, it was just because, a common, like, you could even say it, Gag, like Will, from the start of the seasons to like season 6, he always had multiple girls. This is so he had the best thing of like his pickups, like Will Smith's like, I saw your name in the dictionary. Oh yeah, it was right next to Kablam,
Like, girl, like, you look so good. I wish I play the whole,
Yeah, like applying the girl filial, like.
Yeah. Hold on. My favorite one. Like, what if baby, like, give me your number before I don't want it anymore.
Yeah, then he's like, he
say, hey, what do you want me to do with you? He told him, like, go over there all the way to Cleveland. He said, don't tell me to go to Cleveland, mushroom.
You mushroom. You remember when Marcel Bouvet's Fancy for Jimmy Fuck Show? Yeah. She appeared in Fresh Prince and he was like, hey. He was trying to get her for the whole episode. And I think he finally gets at the end. He said, so do I get your number? And she's like, no, I got yours. Right in the end.
Like there's like a spotlight of.
Yeah. And he's like, he's like saying, oh, I'm going to change my ways. And that then one baddie like walks behind and starts, no, I know you're the next me time because you've been running for all my all day. Come here, go.
Man.
It's mad funny, man, just to go back on these like classic, recollections, So like, the Fresh Prince, man, it's like there's a generation like us that grew up, with that, we know every episode, we know every line.
Right.
It's such a big deal. And I know you've already mentioned this in your reviews, up until season 4, what was your like best moments like of the show? Of the show. Yeah. It could be like the episodes, it could be just like specific moments. But
like, I know I'm going to discuss season 5. But season 4 had some of the best moments.
Yeah.
The episode when Ashley got bullied, and Will, you got this tick, like a experiment went terribly wrong. You're like, back up, mind your business. That's all. Just mind your business. But when Uncle Phil just react to his emotions, Phil, the bully's dead, because the bully's dad was like talking about his daughter.
Yeah.
And I don't know what Uncle Phil said, but the dude stepped back and said, I think he got confused with your mama.
Just leave him out.
Will came back. Will with a reply, you know, there's something I can prescribe you.
I can prescribe some. Oh man. Oh, that was the moment, man. I'll always remember that episode, man. Like, even the one that, speaking of Ashley, you know, I love the one when she changes like her appearance. Like, she's in school and none of the guys are checking her out. You know, right. So she has this like Victoria's supermodel like makeover, and Colin's like, "Who's that? She's hot. She's stunning." And Will's like, "She's your baby sister, man." It's like,
oh,
I was dying.
So many like hilarious moments from the Fresh Prince. And what I also love about the Fresh Prince, it talked about serious issues as well.
Yes.
They talked about race and wealth and life
drugs. Yeah, they did drugs.
And actually, like the season 4 episode when Carlton didn't get accepted at the fraternity because he didn't fit.
He wasn't black enough.
Yeah, Fresh Prince talked about not even growing up without a father.
Yeah.
Teenage pregnancy, sex.
Yeah. He had that. That was one of the reasons, as much as I love Martin, I still always rank Fresh Prince above. You know, right. because Martin never really had those kind of social issues they like dedicated episode to, you know what I mean? You know, like they did have it, but it was mostly just on like relationships.
Right.
You understand, like with you know, Maureen and Gina, you know, like things like them breaking up and coming back together. But yeah, you know, remember the episode where Will takes the bullet from getting robbed? Yeah. You know, and it really like messes up Horton's like you know, psyche.
Yeah.
You know, that's real stuff. You know, it's real stuff. You know, they're talking
racial profile.
Yeah. You know, that was like the first season. You remember first season. You know? That was really hard hitting, you know. So it had those good messages, and then it was able to balance it, you know, with the comedy, you know what I mean? So yeah, man. So like Fresh Prince, you know, it ended up finishing in 1996, but like the good thing was Will Smith, and for Will, you know, he was doing movies like in between, you know, like the Fresh Prince. You know, he had like Made in America, which was I think 93, Neil Long. You know, he had 6 Degrees of Separation, which I can't watch that, you know. I'm just keeping it real, guys.
One of the earliest movies I watched from Will Smith was Bad Boys.
Bad Boys, yeah.
I'll always remember Bad Boys as a kid.
Yeah. Trust me. People gotta know how big Bad Boys is, man. For like Martin, with the best sitcoms at that time, for the two guys to combine, that's it's one of the biggest things, man. You know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You know, you always wish that sometimes you could get like the two biggest, you know, if it's the TV stars or movies they combine together. It's amazing. And the first Bad Boys, I honestly, if I had to do a ranking of my best 90s movies, in the top 10, Bad Boys would be in there for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Trust me. Classic, scene. I even feel like I may even watch it today, I mean, it's been a while. Yeah.
Our Bad Boys would have been like my number one favorite, like buddy cop film.
Yeah, because it was different from like what was before was just the Lethal Weapon, Danny Glover. That was the ones before, and like Rush Hour came out after, but it's like, Bad Boys was really cool. The first one, was really cool. The second and third, I can still watch that. I'm pretty sure you same YouTube first one, but after Bad Boys, that was 1995, right?
Correct.
That was 1995. It was 96. That's when Will changed his Blockbuster.
360.
Yeah, he just went, So, hot on the heels of like Fresh Prince and Bad Boys, he makes Independence Day, which is like, this is like a worldwide event. Watching this movie. I remember the promotional posters for this, seeing it like on the billboards, magazines, Independence Day came out. And then straight after that, another alien movie came, Men in Black. Oh my gosh.
Oh no, Men in Black was huge.
Yes.
Men in Black.
Yeah, Oh, yeah, sure. Go for it. Awesome. Yeah. So, yeah, man, Men in Black, man, that was a big game changer.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Men in Black. Yeah, like you say, it changed the game a lot. Now, it was a big blockbuster movie. Now, you see that now they make a Men in Black cartoon.
Yeah, exactly. You remember back in the day. I remember we talked about this on an animated, collab. We talked about it. Like every big movie would get like an animated series.
Right.
Straight, man. Like I remember the Godzilla. They had their own series, and Men in Black. So like Will he was breaking. And remember the soundtrack, Will perform the main single for Men in Black as well, so here comes the Men in Black. So catchy, So he was killing it in the movies and even on the music. And let's get jiggy with it. It's in between Men in Black and Wild Wild West. I can't remember.
Yeah,
Somewhere in there, right?
Was just getting jiggy with it.
Right. That was on the same. Okay, right.
Yeah.
Bro, you have no idea how much times I heard that in the late 90s.
Right.
That was that tune.
Song.
Yeah. I was too young at that. I was like 8 or 9 at that time, so I was too young, obviously, to go close. But I'm guessing that was made. Tune that would have been like
huge. That song was huge.
Yeah. They even had that dancing bit.
Yeah, like
yeah. Get jiggy with it. So bad, Do you think as well, because like, Will had that and he had the the music. Do you think Will Smith crossed over? Like he had more of a universal appeal?
Yeah. Crossover appeal.
Yeah. Because what it is, there's some like, I'm just keeping it real. This is a real podcast. I'm keeping it real here, man. There's some like glass ceiling for some black actors. Like they can only go so far.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it's like it just felt Will Smith was like able to touch. You can go to any country in the world and it's like, and they all know the Fresh Prince. They got his T-shirts when they're listening to his music, so it was amazing, So I mentioned this, like, as I was talking about Get Jiggy With It. Do you think, like, Wild Wild West was the first like like flop for Will.
I remember Wild Wild West.
Right.
And when it me, I just skip it.
Yeah, straight.
Of that movie. I didn't care for it. I mean, the theme song to it was catchy, but I did not.
Yeah, honestly, it's not even one of those movies that is so bad it's good. It's just like I could not even watch a second. Like I'll just skip it straight. You know, it's not worth it. But like, you know, the people out there, you know, Wild Wild West it bombed. Like it, oh man, didn't get that much like people going to watch it, and critically it got the worst reviews, you know, up until now. You know, so I think from there, like I can't. What was the next movie? Because I'm trying to remember Will Smith's earlier movies before Hitch.
Enemy Estate.
Yes, but I think that was before Wild Wild West.
What was before Wild?
Oh, Enemy Estate is 998. Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, Wild Wild West
was like
it was either 99 or nice.
It was Enemy Estate. Then you had Ali.
Ali, yes. Yeah,
that was like 2001.
2001. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was it.
Yeah, then when was the iRobot? iRobot, was that like
2005?
2005. So that was like Hitch time. Yeah. Hitch. Yeah. Because the reason I say Hitch, I think Hitch kind of, I'm not saying resurrected, but like that's my favorite film from him in the 2000s.
Right.
You know, like, you know, the like Ali, I love Ali. I still think like Malcolm X is a better movie, you know, by Denzel Washington, portraying like a real, you know, public figure, you know, but I think Ali's dope. But yeah, you know, we've spoken about Hitch, you know, in our Simping, you know, episode. You know, but what are your quick thoughts on Hitch? You know, because like,
man, it's always gonna be hilarious to me.
Yeah,
I went to see Hitch at the theaters. The whole theater crying.
Yeah,
tears,
hilarious.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Will Smith, Cameron Diaz.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite Will Smith movies. It like thousands, but yeah, I'll never get tired of watching Hitch.
Yeah, straight. It's such a it's a feel good movie.
Right.
Yeah. You know, anytime I finish watching it, I feel really good. Yeah.
But
yeah. You know, so yeah, so like, you know, he was in, you know, Hitch. Hitch is the one I remember from the 2000s. You know, because he was always dipping. He was doing like dramatic roles and also like the comedies, you know, like Hancock, you know, for instance, you know, and he did like Pursuit of Happiness, which is one of mine, you know, favorites. Have you seen Pursuit of Happiness? Like, you know,
that movie's long and sad at the same time.
Sad movie.
Long, sad movie.
Yeah.
I think I remember watching it at the theaters, I believe. But
right. Yeah.
It's not a movie that I'll just go back and watch.
Yeah, nah, bro. I man, there's so many times I've gotten like teary-eyed watching that movie because I could feel that pain, just like, you know, nothing is going for you. You know, the wife leaves him, you know, and he's with his son, who's only 6, and they're homeless. They get evicted. I'm like, man, he cannot catch a break.
Right.
So that's it's a sad movie. But I thought his performance was like, you know, top. You know what I mean? So like that, you know. So he had that. I remember he got nominated for Oscar then. You know, I think he should have won it then. You know, they gave it to Forrest Whitaker instead. That yeah. The back of Forrest Whitaker's neck. How can I forget, Bernie Mac.
That movie had me thinking. That movie had me play with Rubik's cubes.
Yeah. So, put it back.
He did it like a pro. Like,
yeah.
Yo.
You know what's funny, GQ? Yeah, exactly. Will actually did. There's a scene in Fresh Prince where he did the. He did the. So Will was like a master in that. So. Yeah, man. So, Pursuit of Happiness, you had I, Robot, I Am Legend, Hancock, which was like the superhero. What did you think of Hancock?
Man, Hancock was like the previous videos. Hancock was the most disappointing movie. Yeah. One of the disappointing movies I ever watched.
Right.
I went to the movies and see this because it was so dope.
Yeah, the trailer was like, that was a great trailer.
Yeah. Then I'm like watching it. I'm like, okay, the first half of the movie kept me interested. Then the second half, man.
Yeah.
The movie is trash.
I know. I just, man, like afterwards, it's a long movie as well. It's just. Yeah, when the Fiend's character gets the blonde white girl, I forgot her name. I forgot her name. She's in it as well. It's just like, Will, man.
I'm a person rich. If I watch a show, like if it doesn't interest me within the first 10 minutes, 15 minutes, set it off.
Set it off like
man.
Yeah. Nah. Yeah, no, I can see that. Like even like now, I think back then, GQ, I had like more tolerance. Nowadays, I don't. So.
Bro, like it's bad enough I have to pay this amount of money.
Yeah. Oh man.
45 minutes. Bro, crazy.
Yeah.
You're telling me I watch a movie, hour and 30-minute movie, and it's not interesting through 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And the movie
is trash as well. I'm telling you, hey, luckily then, like to get into like the theaters, you only be like maybe $5 or maybe 10. Now he's not paying $20. That's
for the ticket.
You gotta get the popcorn. You gotta get the soda.
Right.
Even maybe the parking ticket. You didn't pay.
You gotta find the seats.
Yeah.
Gotta find the seats.
Gotta find the seats, for that right view.
Right.
There's a lot of things that go into the theater, man. It's not just like it's not a cheap experience as something.
No. Yeah. That down and watch the previews.
Yeah.
20 minutes long. Then finally they said that it's a feature presentation. Then they see.
Have you ever gone into a theater and the trailers are better than the movie you watch it? Yeah. Many times.
About 10 movies that the trailer itself is like fire, but the movie itself is trash.
Trash. Oh man. That's happened countless times.
Like yourself, they play the whole movie.
Yeah.
Man, why are you telling the whole movie in the trailer?
In the trailer, I've seen the best trailers, and I've seen the ones that are just like, man, like even the original House Party trailer. That's a great trailer,
right?
Yeah, I'm telling you, because you don't even know how long the party is until you watch the movie. Yeah.
You don't see on the trailer. You don't see like the dialogue doesn't match with the regular movie.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my, that's how you know it's good.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Yeah, they always play out of sync. The dialogue with the actual thing. So the trailers, man, from what me and GQ are saying, folks, man, the trailers can sometimes trick you.
You know, like, why did you spend your money, man? You know, we gotta pay for parking valet. You know, we gotta get the popcorn. You know, all up in the video. You know, getting the sodas. You know, in the parking lot, man. How much is it? Oh, $6. God damn, you know. Yeah, you know. So man, so like, you know, I know there was, at least for me, I don't know how it was for you, GQ. Like around that time in 2010, I wasn't like into Will Smith as much. You know, so yeah, like, I think I don't remember too much of his filmography. I only remember going to watch. This was I think it was the same year. It was Focus. This is that the romantic film with the blonde girl, and then Suicide Squad, because he was in. Yeah, so I only watched that because of Will. I was like, you know, it was back. You know, let me watch it, and yeah, both of those movies is just like, oh. Can't believe I went to cinema, man, to watch this. You know?
It was a drought of Will Smith movies. I think it started with Hancock.
It was Hancock, yeah. You know. And from what I heard, bro, he was doing movies like that weren't really good, but he was trying to get this Oscar. Right. You know, he had got nominated for Pursuit of Happiness, so he did these movies like there was one called Concussion. Just the name alone, man, I'm like, oh, bro, Will, what are you doing, man? He did Collateral Beauty. There's a few other ones that were just hit and misses. You know, he had that for a while. Then, like, what was the last one before this one? So he had, there was one, it escapes me.
Oh, there's Aladdin.
Yeah, yes, that was the one. Bang, bang, bang. I went to cinema to watch Aladdin only because I'm a fan of the original Aladdin in 1990. Yeah. The original, man, that's like a warm, you know, movie to be. What did you think of Aladdin with Will Smith?
A remake of Aladdin. Honest. I mean, I watched the original Aladdin, but I did not watch.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah,
Aladdin, that you cannot recreate that.
Yeah,
you cannot recreate the Lion King or Beauty East.
Or all these like Disney ones now. They just want to make it to a live action, and like you said, I don't think it's the movie's fault. It's just translating it to, live action. And Will Smith, I think he does good in it. I think he's very good for like the role of Genie, but you ain't gonna touch the.
Nah, you're not gonna. Robin Williams,
man. It was classic. So that pretty much the Aladdin film. That was the last film I saw to this one. When he's portraying the dad of the Williams sister. So he portrays that. And this leads up to I guess what everyone's waiting for. Me and GQ, we talked a bit about it, but we haven't talked about it together. But now's the time y'all have been waiting for. So Oscars, GQ, what happened to Will Smith the night of the Oscars? Please tell me.
Let me break it down, because it happened on Sunday night.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My wife was asking me, why is Will Smith and Chris Rock trending? I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, they're trending on Facebook. So I looked on Facebook, and he told me Will Smith just hit Chris Rock. I'm like, nah. Yeah. That's probably fake. That's probably a publicity stunt.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. You can see Chris Rock. Okay, Chris Rock tells a joke about G.I. Jane about it.
Yeah, it's a tame joke. Very tame joke. Mm.
Then Jada wasn't pleased. You can see Will Smith laugh.
Yes.
Hold on, bro.
Go.
Bro, we have to take a short commercial break.
Oh man, I don't know if they can see it. I still use my old space. That was hilarious. Oh, you need this in your selection, man. You know, I always say update your wallet, but yo, update your fragrance, man. Update your deodorant too.
Update your fragrance.
Update your fragrance, man. Old Spice commercials, you gotta love it. Old Spice. Yeah, but yeah, man. So yeah, no, as we were saying, man, you know, for you, man, like the Will Smith, you know, on the Oscars, man, like, you know, from your point of view, man, like, how do you think it went down like that?
Man, so yeah, Jada, yeah. Like I'm saying, yeah, Chris Rock told a joke.
Yeah.
Jada didn't like it.
Yeah.
Look at Will Smith.
He was laughing.
I'm like, okay, this is fake. Okay, this might be
Stage. Yeah.
But out of nowhere, you see out of the seat, headed to the stage. Okay, he's about to Kanye. He's about to pull the Kanye.
Yeah. Yeah.
Up to Chris Rock. Slots him.
I know. And you know the thing, even GQ, he even just walks back to his seat casually. I'm telling you, like, I just saw this guy. I'm gonna go back to my seat. I was just like, and I like you, GQ. I was thinking, like, this is gonna be like a work. You know, they call it like a, you know, someone's like working the audience. But I was like,
wow, man.
Yeah.
This is live, bro. This is live
TV. Yeah.
I believe it came on what, CBS?
CBS, yeah. I was the moment, like, you know, you said even how you got informed. Like, I was just checking. I just got updates on my phone. They say, oh, Will Smith, you know, he just slapped the shit out of Chris Rock. And I was just like, you're bugging.
Right.
You gotta be a chill. But when you see it, and bro, what did you think of even after he sat down?
Chris Rock was just...
Yeah.
I don't think Chris Rock knew what was happening. Like, he just... surprised. I'm like, Will Smith, get out of me.
I know.
Will proceeded to say the infamous... He said the infamous, keep my wife's name out the fucking mouth. Dude, it was a G.I. Jane joke.
Yeah.
Keep my wife's name out the fucking mouth.
Oh my God, you know. Oh man, he even thought after, I thought Chris Rock was gonna say something because he was like, man, I could, but then he stopped. You know, I felt like he was gonna, you know, like maybe insult them, you know, because it's a real surreal moment. You know, I watched it back 100 times, and every time I'm just like, you know, like speechless.
Because you never seen Will Smith go off like this.
Yeah. You know, he was one of the good ones. You know what I mean? When we talked about all the way from Fresh Prince to Men in Black to Hitch, you know, Will Smith was always the, you know, like the nice guy, you know, the ideal nice guy, you know, the one you could bring home to your parents, you know, he was that dude, you know, so it's just shocking, like he did that, you know. But TQ, I'll ask you this because I made a video on this, you know, on my channel. Do you think, like, when it happened, he should have been like, all right, Oscars is over, man. You gotta get out of here. What do you think should have happened?
Honest, I never spoke.
Right.
I never like made a post about this.
Yeah.
I never shared the video because, like, man, because okay, I get both sides. I'm now.
Yeah.
I got it.
It's a tough one, isn't it?
The place, everything.
Yeah.
You have to like stand up for your woman. You have to stand up for your. I get that.
You know,
but you slapping Chris Rock out of all people.
Yeah.
It's like I can't blame people's emotions, how they react. I spoke about this with my barber.
Okay. Right. I
can't judge people's like how they react.
Yeah.
With their emotions, but I think there's a time and a place for everything.
Yeah.
Chris Rock could have took it there.
Yeah.
Chris Rock could have took it there.
Yeah.
And
how do you think that would have like, come out? Like, say, like after that attack, Chris Rock just starts like falling on him. What do you think that would have done for like?
Come on. Like,
oh man.
It would look bad on like
come
on, two black people fighting on the mainstream work.
Yeah.
You're all like looked down upon by America.
Yeah.
There's another like
I know, so close, so like what we just years after the Black Lives Matter. Yeah.
It take black people anywhere. But Will Smith.
Yeah.
I don't blame what I mean. I can't blame how Will reacted, but
right.
To like
yeah. I think what's interesting. This is why I wanted to talk with you on this week because like we both have our partners. You're married now. I got my engaged basically. So I can see it from that side. You know what I'm saying? As you're saying with Will, like if you do have your significant partner, you want to be that. Yeah, isn't it? I get that now more than ever. Trust me, I get it. But you hit the nail on the head when you said there is a time and a place.
He took Chris Rock to the side after. Yeah, he could have took Chris Rock to the side like during commercial break. Hey man, what you said about my wife wasn't cool.
Yeah.
Like, don't let it happen again. But I guess the first time Chris Rock made a joke.
Yeah, and the funny, and this is where it ties. Yeah, it ties in because they boycotted the Oscars because there was no black nominated. So they weren't even there. Yeah, so
people are surprised. Chris Rock's a comedian. He's been a comedian since the 80s.
Yeah.
Comedians, they're going to tell jokes.
Yeah.
You just have to react.
Yeah, you just gonna react, But like again, from a lot of people's, I even mentioned this when I did my, 2 cents on this. The theory is this has been a build up, from and this like, Jada just talking openly about, and we gotta keep this in mind, ladies and gents. This is no average Joe. Will Smith is A-list,
right.
The highest of the highest, of like mainstream celebrity or figure. For the wife to openly talk about like, man, you weren't making me feel good, so I had to go to your son's friend to feel good. But what do you think that did to him?
A lot of people say, how come he didn't do that with August Alsina?
Yeah.
But at the same time, you can't get mad at the person your wife cheated on. You have to like the wife.
Yeah. I agree. It's not really the abuser. It's the one who's at home. She allowed it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's just the
I'm pretty sure having stepped out on Jada.
Yeah, of course, man. Like that's I think he even admitted that in his book. You know, he had a book, so I'm pretty sure. But I think there's some things you have to keep like private. You know, you don't have to share, you know, too much, you know, and just the idea that, you know, you even know August's backstory, man. He had like mental issues and that, and you know, just think of it, bro, if it was a man who did that to like a woman. Say if it was Willow's friend, you know, the daughter. Say if Willow brought her friend from school and Will had a relationship with that. How would that, you know, played out?
Yo, if the roles were reversed,
you're the versism.
Will would be.
You'd be exiled, man. You just rap.
You
canceled. You know, I mean, it's just. I think it's just the. Like, you know, I said this on my one. You know, I think it stems up from that. You know, the idea that I think just Jada doesn't really see Will as the ideal guy. You know, she's with him, but she doesn't really want it to be with him. You know what I mean? What do you think about that?
Oh,
you know,
think Jada settling.
Yeah.
And if you're not happy, just leave.
Yeah.
But who else find better? Like, Will Smith, he cares about a high value person. Like,
yeah.
But I guess go where you're happy.
Yeah. You know, I preach that more because, you know, that is the perfect example of when you're not happy, but you're staying there because you believe you've got commitments.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, oh, I'm a family man, I've had kids with them, but you know it's not a healthy relationship, you know. And I just think even it's the disrespect to keep talking about, like, oh, Tupac, he meant this for me, you know, right in front of Will Smith. It's like, how does that make him feel, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, why just keeps mentioning Tupac.
Yeah.
Like you have some, like, you still have like feelings for Tupac.
Yeah. Sad, you know. But I'm like, man, yeah. Go ahead.
Oh no, yeah. Right.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, man, it's just like, you know, because again, Will Smith is like, you know, I said this on my thing, you know, I think he has this deep love for like Jada.
Right.
You know, that's why he didn't like leave. Because any guy, man, GQ, we're real. We're guys, you know, we're at this age now. I don't think we would ever tolerate that, man, like that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, it's just so much to do, and it's like, for the disrespect, it's like, come on. When is enough?
Right. You just have, like, we're just gonna tell this, watch how you treat people.
Yeah.
Even the nice ones. Watch how you treat, because there's a cause and effect to everything.
When you
dirty. Just be prepared of the repercussions you're about to receive. Now look at Will.
Yeah.
Look at it cost him his actions. He cannot return to any award show for 10 years.
I know. Man.
Just because this woman just side-eyed him at the award show.
Yeah. You know that look. That look was like, you ain't gonna do anything about that? Like,
yeah.
You know that.
The pride.
Yeah. So, oh man.
It's disrespect a woman. Like, I gotta go.
Yeah, I gotta go, like, you know, handle business, you know. But like,
no time.
Yeah. I'm gonna get it one time, you know, like. It was really like some menace to society stuff, man. Like, for real. And just funny, Jada Pinkett was in that movie as well. You know, so.
No.
Oh, bro.
no.
Oh man, it's hard. It's hard. Yeah, yeah.
We'll have to set it off.
He had to set it off. Man. Yeah. And here's a good one. He had to set it off, and then he became the menace to society. That's like some Def Jam poetry right there.
Oh man, he was a menace. He was a menace to Chris Rock.
Menace to Chris Rock, man. Oh man. Now everybody really, really hates Chris.
Oh no.
There's so much slogans you can make, and do you think, bro, this is gonna be forever? Like, do you think we're ever gonna forget?
Remember that. Yeah. Everyone remember that.
Yeah.
For
years, man.
That was epic. I mean, unfortunately, Will had to end, but that incident is like probably one of the most top 10 like moments.
Yeah.
Like in the past 10 years.
Yeah, for sure. It's nuts. So many times I would be, even at work this week, and it was just that conversation. Do you see what happened to Will Smith? He's like become like Bigfoot. Like where's it gonna fit? Yeah, it's sweet. Do you feel, because as I said, just to like wrap this up, like, do you think his career is tarnished now? Like, do you think he will get, let's say, I think the Bad Boys 4, and his finish, do you think directors in Hollywood are going to trust him now? Or what do you think?
Yeah, I think he put a dent in his career.
Yeah.
Now everyone, because I look at the Facebook comments, I look at the YouTube comments, people are like starting to lose respect for Will Smith.
Right.
And they have more love for Chris Rock now.
Yeah. He's the one who won out of this.
Walked away with more love.
Yeah. I think he has a stand-up tour, more people are coming, to his show. So it really swung the pendulum, and Chris Rock. So where the night should have just been about Will Smith, getting the Oscar. Because people forget he won the award.
Right. Nobody was talking about that. Yeah. Nobody was talking about Samuel L. Jackson finally getting a award. Yeah. A reward. It was slapping Chris Rock.
Yeah. And I even feel it. You like, even when I talk about it, it's a hard thing for me to talk about. It's like it's such disappointment. Yeah. For your like hero that you grow up from the Fresh Prince, the Bel Air mansion.
I even mentioned this in one of the reviews for the first. I just say, hey, we're gonna put Will Smith's like personal like stuff aside. We're just gonna focus on Fresh Prince. I know a lot has happened with Will Smith within the past 2 weeks. But we're just going to focus on the Fresh Prince. Or, like you say, one of your like childhood favorite actors.
Yeah, man.
You wouldn't even think
to
do that, but he did.
He did. Oh, man. Shot is still. I said this, man. Out of like 99 guys in Hollywood, he would have been the last.
Right.
It's something because most of such he's such a thing of light. He means light to a lot of people. And it's like he just went to this dark, territory, man. It's a shame. It's a shame, man. I hope he recovers from this. Honestly, I think some serious decisions, like they say, like, okay, all right, I effed up, I own it. what needs, GQ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's bad when Denzel Washington had to pull you to the
I know.
Sean E. Diddy Combs all up in the video dancing.
Yeah. Suge Knight was talking about this.
Pull
Yeah.
you to the side.
Yeah.
And be like, man, you cannot do this. Like,
Yeah. Tyler Perry, we talk about Tyler Perry from his movies and that, man. It's just like, they even talked about this in Boondocks of having the nigga,
the nigga moment.
A nigga moment, that was just the. You can have it outside of Popeyes, if you're gonna have have it outside of Popeyes, not at the Oscars, man.
Yo.
Oh, man.
You cannot believe what happened, and it did.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's just as I said, man, it's man, I feel I know when you hear like Denzel Washington, who has won an Oscar before, he won it for Training Day, so to see like someone, because Will Smith always felt like the number 2, after Denzel, and that's meant to be his moment, and just to man, it's So you just have to see,
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see, But yeah, like putting that to the side, because we had to, that would have been the elephant in the room, especially talking to Will Smith. We had to mention it. But like, how would you rate his career, man? Like, forget about what happened 2 weeks ago from the Fresh Prince, the music, the movies, his A-list actor. How would you rate Will Smith to like even the other top actors, Denzel, for instance, Samuel Jackson? Like, where does Will for you, GQ, rank up?
Top 5.
Yeah.
Top 5.
Right.
If not, top 5.
Yeah. And I would have to agree. Who would be in that list, GQ, for you, of like the top 5? We'll do. Yeah, we always do our rankings, man. That's how we do it, Richard Bro. So like, all right, so GQ's gonna give you like his top 5, actors, Wilson. I'm gonna give my one straight after, so.
I will have to put number 1. Well, this is in no particular order, guys.
Right.
So I'll put Denzel.
Yeah.
Remember the Titans.
Yeah.
Training. So me and my wife, we always like we always have we always say like references from Training Day. Like
right.
like
yeah.
To me.
King Kong ain't got
John Hugh.
Oh man.
John Hugh, another under.
When he took over the hospital, my son needs help. I need help.
But yeah, Denzel for sure. Number 2, Samuel Jackson.
Runs down.
Samuel Jackson.
Yeah. Shit. Telling you.
Number three, I would have to put Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
He was, man, especially in his heyday, man. He was just legit, like unstoppable, man. New Jack City, White Man Can't Jump. It's like one of my favorite movies all time.
Okay, number 4, I would have to put. Oh, I forgot his name. Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro, man. That's we're talking like the elite, Hollywood. Yeah. He, Goodfellas, he's a legend. Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro. So Is that 4?
Yeah.
Oh man, this is hard. Hey, you might have to put. Hey, yeah, you have to put Jim Carrey.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think, it's funny. I just watched the Jim Carrey movie yesterday. It was the new what's it called, the Sonic. Don't hate.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of Sega. I grew up with Sega. Yeah. So seeing Sega. Seeing Sonic like in the movie. I'm like, yo, man, I had Sega Mega Drive. Sign me up, man.
Yeah, Jim Carrey. I love Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
From Color to The Mask to The
Mask, man. Yeah. Truman Show. Like he's legend. Living Color, and then that's what I'm saying. He was a pivotal part, in the Living Color series. So, yeah.
Notable mentions: Jamie
Foxx, for sure, 100%.
Bruce Willis, just because it seems like he's cool.
Yeah. It's funny. He retired as well. I heard he announced he's not making any more. No more diehards, man. No more.
More diehards.
Yeah. Yeah. There's so, man. There's even like got Jamie Foxx. I even love Morgan Freeman, man. Like I was gonna put him. I've been recently. I've been watching a lot of Morgan Freeman films. Just from back in the day, the '90s, like Seven, Kiss the Girls. Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, for sure. What's your top?
All right, so my top 5, man. Will Smith. He has to be in there. I don't care what they all say, man. You'll be doing an Pelican free for 24 lockdown, nigga. Who the fuck you think you are? I'm the police. Just I could recite that line every time. So, Will Smith, of course, without question, Denzel Washington, maybe the best actor ever, I'm telling you, his movies are electrifying, man. So, Will, Denzel, for sure. Your Robert De Niro, for me, would be Jack Nicholson. I was a huge when I saw him as the Joker, the first time, I was like, man, Jack Nicholson he's a beast. He's a legend. Jack Nicholson, man, I am thinking of putting Morgan Freeman, there as well. It's a tie between him or Samuel L. Jackson. So I'm gonna put Morgan Freeman. Just because I think he's that, that OG, triple OG, So he's there. So Samuel Jackson for sure. And man, it's a tie, man, because it's Jim Carrey, and I really like Johnny Depp. I used to love watching the when he made those pirate movies, and something. I used to love it. Yeah. Hey, don't shoot the messenger, man. I used to love the movies, just the characters. So it's a tie between Jim Carrey or Johnny Depp. I'll probably put Johnny Depp just because you chose Jim Carrey, and so
grew up on Jim Carrey, man.
Yeah, the Living Color series was thing, and man, I'd probably put Wesley Snipes only as honorable mention just because I think the career never went past the 90s. If I'm keeping it,
could have been dope in the 2000s, man.
And I think the last movie really did. And I'm not really the fan of vampire movies. Movies with a lot of blood. But Blade, he made Blade and thing. But man, White Man Can't Jump, Mo Better Blues, New Jack City. Man,
he always beat No Brown.
Yeah, he will always be, so he's there, but still body of work, Will Smith, Samuel L. Jackson, Morgan Freeman, Denzel Washington, there's still in my opinion. You know, so, yeah, man. But yeah, you know, you got our rankings. You know what I mean? Any final thoughts on the Fresh Prince? You know, yeah, man. Like you can even if you don't want to touch on the Oscars, I understand. You know, but yeah, just
put the Oscars to the side.
Put it in this box here.
Will Smith, hands down, one of the most like talented actors of all time. We seen him from The Fresh Prince as a rapper, then The Fresh Prince the show, Blockbuster movies. He has a lot of range, and despite 2 weeks ago, take away his like body of work, definitely deserves all the work he put in.
Yeah,
like with the 30 years he put in.
And yeah. That was wonderfully said. All the accolades that he's had. You know, he's worked really hard, man. You know what I mean? Because I think that must have been a hard thing to. It's hard enough to transition from a TV actor to you know, a mega movie star. You know, especially he never really had any kind of like, you know, he never like wanted to be an actor until he got on the Fresh Prince. You know,
right?
You know what I mean? He was the music guy. You know, and I love this. I said this before. I love that he didn't change. You know, he had his own music and he stayed with it. You know, he didn't just change because of, oh, this is trendy. You know, he still added his comedic side, you know, to his music and his movies. You know, so yeah, you know, he had his range. No doubt, man. Will Smith, man, regardless of what happened 2 weeks ago. Yeah. Man, the name will live forever, man. You know what I mean? The face. As for Jada, we may do an episode on you, honey. Don't worry. Maybe we'll see. we'll see. I was about to set it up in here, you know. So, yeah, go. Slowly. But yeah, folks, you know, you heard, you know, our like thoughts on, you know, Will Smith, you know, his whole career and body of work, you know. Yeah, you know, if you do have any kind of, you know, opinions, you know, on his movies, you know, his TV shows, or in TV series, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and his music, you know, you can definitely get in touch with us, you know, on you know, social media. You know, all the links, you know, will be down below. You know what I mean? And yeah, definitely check you know, definitely check out GQ, you know, on his YouTube. You know, like just around this time, he's doing the whole Fresh Prince season. But
I'm about to do season 5 soon.
Right.
So,
yeah. So yeah.
Check it out. Check out Richmond YouTube channel.
Appreciate it.
Been putting out a lot of work. We do the same exact reviews. Yeah. So yeah, definitely go check out Richmond Z's YouTube channel. Subscribe. Hit that notification bell. That's it. You know, believe me, you can be a part of the Rich Brothers, you know, community, man. Definitely. Yeah. Exactly. You know, so yeah. So yeah, folks, you know, really appreciate it. And also, like I said, if you do like, you know, if you have any requests, you know, it does not just have to be our YouTube. It could be for the podcast. Yeah, we would love. Yeah, you know, I mean, we've been talking like on like one specific, you know, it could be like in entertainment, you know, so we love doing these ones. But yeah, if you got any questions, you know, I'll at your boys. You know, we'll definitely reply back. And so yes, you know, this is the Retro Brothers, you know. We're closing out. GQ, Eddie, just to send them home, you know. Send them home, man. How can I help you? So, yeah, go subscribe to our, go check out the Retro Brothers. Don't be a hater. Don't get Chris Rock. Don't get I don't have anything, man.
Yeah, man. You know what? I wish we had like a studio, like in Living Color. We could play the music. You know, like the music performance could be now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You know, the credits are rolling for the retro performance, and we're like, okay, man, yeah, we are introducing like, you know, Heavy D and the boys. Yeah. Oh man, well, the music closing performance will be coming soon. You know, once we get the studio, we're gonna get that down for sure, man. In the future, man. Yes, you know, really appreciate you guys. You know, that's what we do. We have fun, and you know, we enjoy ourselves. Yes, you know, it's Richmond Z, you know, and GQ.
Yes, sir.
Yes, man. And we will catch you on the next one. Peace.
Y'all ready for me yet? Well, yo, are y'all ready for me yet? Well, yo, are y'all ready for me yet? Well, here I go, here I go, here I go. Yo, dance in the aisles when the prince steps to it. The rhyme is a football, y'all, and I went and threw it out in the crowd, and yo, it was a good throw. How do I know? Because the crowd went. In response to the way that I was kicking it, smooth and individual rhymes, always original, like the Dr. Jekyll, man, and this is my high side. I am the driver, and y'all on a rap ride, so fellas, are y'all with me? And say fellas, are y'all with me? Why don't you tell the girls what y'all wanna do? You wanna ooh, ooh. That's right, yo, and I'm in the flow, so pump up the volume along with the tempo. I want everybody in the house to know I came here tonight to hear the crowd go. Boom, shake, shake, shake the room. Boom, shake, shake, shake the room. Boom, shake, shake, shake the room. Tick, 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 boom. Yeah. Boom, shake, shake, shake the room. Boom, shake, shake, shake the room. Boom, shake, shake, shake the room. Take it on down.
Pump it up, come on now. Pump it up, come on now. Pump it up, come on now. Pump it up.
Yeah, give it. Princess, who I am. So told my mother that I never make a whack jam. But sometimes I get nervous and start to stutter, and I fumble every word for word I utter. So I just try to chill, but it gets worse and worse still. I need the crowd to get into it. They help me calm down and I can get through it. So higher, get your hands to the ceiling. Let it go, y'all, don't fight the feeling. Might get a stranglehold, sweat pouring. And like Jordan, yo, I'm scoring. Yeah, that's right, y'all, and I am in the flow. So pump up the volume along with the tempo. Many have died trying to stop my show. I came here tonight to hear the crowd go. Boom, shake, shake, shake the room. Boom, shake, shake, shake the room. Boom, shake, shake, shake the room. Tick, 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 tick. Yeah. Boom, shake, shake, shake the room. Boom, shake, shake, shake the room. I am. Boom, shake, shake, shake the room. Tick, 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 tick. Boom, shake, shake.